Hey guys, and welcome back to LostWinds for more glorb smushing fun.
Yes, I really like the fact that when you randomly walk in on them, they go like, Yana. I'm just like, what is this language? But it's beautiful.
I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna find out, damn it.
Unfortunately, that's kind of never gonna happen, because the curse of smaller titles like this is generally, it's very, very difficult to find good information about them. Because, with games like Zelda and so on and so forth, the big gaming titles, people do a lot of research and a lot of kind of community stuff. So, they ask the developers things. You get kind of art books filled with behind-the-scenes stories and stuff. And people spend enough time on them to kind of get to the bottom of things. So, I'm pretty sure somebody probably translated Hylian before we even got an official translation stuff.
Before we played the second quest of Wind Waker, yeah.
Yeah, so with these smaller titles, you just don't get that.
No.
So the only thing that I am trying to run with for this particular playthrough is a couple of interviews, a couple of very basic, name searches that don't exactly lead anywhere, and, just the main website, which has also got very little information on it.
You know, LostWinds wasn't the only thing that Frontier Developments actually did. I'm having a look here. They're apparently, most well known for the Elite series. Not something I'm particularly familiar with, but just going down the list here, we have, Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, Zoo Tycoon, Planet Coaster, not even sure what that is, but most important, Wallace and Gromit and Project Zoo.
And also, if you want something to slightly cry about, Connectimals now with Bears in Connect Disneyland Adventures.
What a cursed portmanteau.
Oh, God.
That's a word combination, kids.
I still have, I don't quite have flashbacks to that E3 conference with Connect Disneyland Adventures, but I will always remember the fist bump.
Oh, sweet Jesus. well, it could be worse. It could be Mr. Caffeine.
Oh, that is very true.
I like Mr. Caffeine Goes Metal, personally. I don't know if you've seen that.
I don't think I have. I kind of avoided Mr. Caffeine, if I'm honest.
That's a very Dio-looking statue.
Indeed, and as you probably noticed right at the start when we were talking to Dio, Enra was just like, Dio, why won't you speak to me? It's because Dio is meant to be another one of the spirits.
Please notice me, Dio-senpai.
Yes, but this brings up the thing that I wanted to bring up then, but didn't really feel completely comfortable bringing up because I thought, it's kind of a spoiler. But we're here now, so Dio, as a name, comes from Dev, apparently. And Dev is derived from the Sanskrit Deva, which means God. So his name is literally God.
Isn't Dio a wind spell in certain RPGs as well?
It might be.
Hang on, I think it may actually be lightning. Like my Persona 4 brethren, please help me out here.
Ah, yes.
He's clicking furiously.
I think you may be thinking about the, JoJo spelling of Dio rather than this spelling of Dio. I'm not sure.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Dio in Persona 4 as well.
So,
While he's tapping, I'll just say that was a memory chest, or rather a MacGuffin/plot chest. We gotta open them all to bring Dio back to his senses.
exactly, and looking at this now, I'm pretty sure that it is D-I-O for the Persona spells.
Okay. And that has nothing to do with how it's spelled here and in Sanskrit and so on.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably got some basis in it, but
You've really gotta start watching JoJo, mate. Most of the references I'm making here are just going, ew,
I get some of them. I mean, I get the mudda one and the ora stuff. So
You tried, Richie, you tried.
I tried, I shot for the stars, and I failed miserably.
Pop quiz, what does muda mean?
Useless?
Useless, 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 useless! Wow, I could be part of the JoJo dub. I'm just that good. Eldragon does not care for it. But then again, what does he care for nowadays, apart from Yu-Gi-Oh! And many other things that he likes?
So now we just need to go and find the rest of the memory chests.
And that's it. That's the main crux of the game, bringing Dio back to his senses.
Pretty much. I mean, I suppose, do you think now is a decent time to talk about the concept for LostWinds?
Go for it, mate.
So, David Braben, in this interview with Nintendo Life, answered this particular question. And he said, we have a forum within Frontier called Game of the Week, where anyone can put forward game ideas. So it causes a great deal of debate, criticism and argument, with many improvements, problems being raised and solved, and they've likened the process to dangling a leg of lamb into a piranha-filled stream. The water boils for a while, but then whatever is left must be pretty tough.
That's kind of the conception of the Nintendo fun and our charity marathons, really. No, I want to do Nintendo. No, I want to do Sony. Fucking Sega for once.
Pretty much, yes. So the idea for LostWinds dates to from the time that the Wii was first announced privately to developers, when they were brainstorming design ideas that make good use of the Wii controls. And LostWinds was one of the many strong ideas that they built up over time, and it gained a number of very enthusiastic internal advocates, one of them being Steve Burgess, who was one of the designers, and he was watching the trees and leaves from the window on a windy day, and remembers thinking about how many ways the wind shapes and manipulates different things within the world, and if only there was a way to become the wind in-game, turn that into thinking about the Wii controller, and that is how we get here.
And the rest is history. The way that was conceived reminds me of this one, PS3 tile. I cannot remember its actual name. It may just be called Flower, but you play, flower petals that waft through the wind.
Yes, it is Flower. I can't remember. It's the same the same development team that made Journey, I think.
Well, you've got Wikipedia at your fingertips, mate.
I do indeed.
That's right, do all the work. I'll sit here and just watch the game play out.
So yeah, it's that game company.
Cool.
Who also made Journey and so on and so forth.
I'm so woefully behind on PS3 games and such. It should speak volumes that I'm only just now playing Shovel Knight.
I don't even own a PS3.
I'm stuck on a fucking PS1 over here.
Part of me kind of would like to get a PS3, because then it's just could play some of the games that I've wanted to play for a while, but never could, i.e. Shadow of the Colossus, Ico, because it's easier to get the HD remaster.
Stop it, you're getting me going over here.
But, yeah, I think I'll just have to wait until I can get a PS4 and so on and so forth.
Well, no backwards compatibility there, mate, so you're gonna have to go digital, I'm afraid.
I know, but oh well. It happens.
Sure is a lot of talking in this game. Oh, he's done. Never mind. That's a bit awkward. Sorry, Dio. Yes, and a fine re to you too, Toku.
Yeah. Games move very quickly, and I mean, it's quickly going very, very digital. So, LostWinds, while you may not quite realise it, was kind of at the forefront of this brand new world of digital gaming.
Well, when did Steam come out? It must have predated LostWinds.
It probably did.
Hint, hint, Wikipedia.
Yes, that's what I'm looking up now. So it came out on Windows in 2003, so quite a while before. But if you think about, in terms of console digital gaming,
yeah,
WiiWare was pretty new, because obviously round about when the PSN was just coming into focus, Xbox Live and stuff had only been around for a little bit, so this was the beginning, in a way, of digital gaming.
Especially for Nintendo, who hadn't even attempted to do anything similar beforehand, and I was in the period when the Wii was announced and was coming out, I was still on a Nintendo hype. I hadn't become slightly disillusioned yet. So when they announced the Virtual Console, I was like, holy shit, this is big. This is big news right here.
Yeah, and then it turned out to be completely and utterly depressing.
Well, no. Credit where credit's due. The Wii Virtual Console was okay. It wasn't the best, but you want an example of like a virtual download service that kind of shat the bed and hasn't really gone anywhere. Just look at the Wii U's Virtual Console.
Oh god, yeah.
I might be exaggerating, but I think there's more N64 titles on fucking Rare Replay than there are on the Wii U's Virtual Console.
To be perfectly honest at this point, I would not be surprised. But I believe that we are going to get a new power, which is something that I've been attempting to use a few times throughout the playthrough so far, which is Vortex, which is where you lift up a rock, you spin around it, and then it holds in the air for a period of time, and then you can do whatever you like with it. It's the best way of dealing with I think they're called squawkers, which are the grass, leaf-covered globs.
Yeah, they're really finicky to deal with otherwise.
Yeah, and it will also allow you to deal with the rock globes, which we are going to be coming across very, very shortly.
I noticed there's a massive drill in the background. Like, is there any notes on that at all, or is it just a piece of forgotten technology?
I would assume a piece of forgotten technology.
It's like, games like this with ancient civilizations and spirits always end up having, like, future past technology. It's weird.
Oh god, definitely. I mean, especially when you take into consideration the Melodias who turn up in the sequel.
Yes, I haven't played that. Maybe one day, but not today. We'll see you next time for a new part of LostWinds. Goodbye for now.